Hello everyone, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today we're going to talk about high value items and how you can keep yourself from being scammed or having someone do the old switcheroo on you with those high value items. Okay, so if you've been selling on Amazon for any amount of time, eventually you're going to come across items like this where it's like you walk into the store and you look in the back and underneath of a pile of stuff, there's a clearance item, and maybe it's even priced incorrectly. Maybe someone, it was their first day, they priced something wrong. It's OA. Maybe if it's even wholesale. Maybe they're trying to get rid of something that's been in their warehouse for a long time. So you come out with a product that's $1,000, $200, $500, $1,000. And I'm just using this as an example right here, this Dell gaming laptop. Let's say you found this thing for $100. Woohoo, you're excited. You're going to make probably after fees, $1,000 on this item after you pay for everything and you have fees and everything. Looks great. You're excited. But how do you get this to the customer and make sure that you don't get scammed? Because it happens. It happens sometimes. It's happened to me where I send something out and I know that what I sent out is not the same item that came back. But sometimes this happens. So what retailers do, and it's the exact same thing that we should be doing, is if you have an item and it's over a few $100s and that's going to really affect your account, you want to make sure that every single time an order for this $1,400 item goes out, that you keep track of the serial number. The serial number is generally on the bottom of one of these boxes. There's not a picture of the box, but there's almost always a serial number for any high-end electronic that gets sent out. So what you're able to do is you're able to write down that serial number with the order number so that if it ever gets returned, you immediately have to go into your Amazon account. You want to have that item returned to you, because whenever the item goes back to Amazon, Amazon's not always doing a very close inspection of what comes back. So let's say that you got this 2021 flagship Dell gaming laptop and there's a cheaper version. Maybe you have the 64 gigabyte 152 SSD, but maybe they return a cheaper 8 gigabyte or whatever the situation is. The problem is whenever you ship out an item and you don't know what the serial number is, you don't necessarily know if that's the same unit coming back. So often, and what will happen sometimes, I will not say every time, but occasionally someone will get a broken unit, or maybe they had the unit for 6 months. Now they broke it. It's an accident. It overheated. They dropped it, whatever the situation is. Then sometimes what will happen is they'll order another one. Same model, maybe the better model or whatever the situation is. And then from that point, they're able to switch the two in the package. So now instead of getting 2021 top of the line, you get back an old broken unit. And now you've lost $1,000, and Amazon is you're still gonna pay some of those Amazon fees. They don't all get returned. So maybe you lost $1,100 at this point. And what is your recourse? How do you prove that you had the correct one? Well, if you either took a picture of the serial number, you kept it for your records, or you at least wrote down the serial number. Now you have a starting place to say, hey, this is a different unit. I have the serial number for all of my orders. This is a completely different serial number. And then you're able to contact people. Now, this is not just for Amazon. This works for eBay or any other market. I'm talking about Amazon now, but there's a lot of high-end, high-cost items on all of the platforms. So if you're on eBay and you're selling something with a high value, keep that serial number. I've had different items returned before. I've had items that looked almost identical, but then you'd see scratches and scuffs and you're like, this thing has been used. Like, this is not exactly what I sent back. Especially sometimes it gets sent back immediately. Like they get it and they instantly return it and they say, oh, well, it didn't work or whatever the situation is. Then you get the item back and you're like, well, this is a completely different unit, But at least if you have the serial number, then you can respond. And if you're on eBay or wherever you are, you can at least respond and say, hey, I have the serial number right here. Here's what it should look like. It was brand new in the package. And make sure you have your receipt or you have your invoice, wherever, depending on where you got it. And then you're able to at least fight your case. You're able to at least present the fact that you have all your paperwork in order. And if this happens, then you're able to stick up for yourself. You're able to fight for that money that you've put into the product and all the time that you've put in the product. And if you can show the email, hey, this is the picture, this is exactly what got sent out, this is when it got sent out, here's my wholesale invoice, here's my receipt from Walmart, Target, wherever you got it, and here's proof. At least you have a leg to stand on, especially if you're on an eBay or one of those different sites. And most people are going to back down. If you come out there and you're like, here's my invoice, here's my receipt, here is my picture of the serial number, most people at that point have no leg to stand on, and they understand. This happens in the store. This is why years ago, whenever you used to buy something, like you used to buy a PlayStation or whatever the situation was, I like PlayStation, so I'm going to say PlayStation, you would buy it and there were no serial number on there. So there was entire people talking on threads, hey, my PlayStation broke, my Xbox broke. So what I did was I just went back to the store, got a new one, switched the two out in the package. But now if you go to Walmart, Target, wherever, Amazon, wherever, they keep a record of your serial number. And that's an easy way to protect yourself, and everyone should be doing it. So as you start selling on Amazon, there's these little tricks which are going to help you get through. And this is one thing I haven't heard talked about too much, so I wanted to bring it up today. But thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY.